New this morning, South Metro fire crews were busy overnight putting out a fire at a strip mall in Centennial. The call came in around 1 o'clock this morning. Have been affected and they're now closed due to fire damage. Investigators are trying to figure out the cause of the fire.
A man from Boulder is dead after a glider crash yesterday morning southwest of Berthoud. Authorities were called to West County Road 2 just shy of the Larimer-Boulder County line after the ultralight aircraft went down. The sheriff's office says that it likely hit power lines before the crash. Firefighters worked to put the flames out, but found the man dead inside. The FAA was notified of the crash, but because of the type of glider involved, the agency determined the investigation will remain with the Larimer County Sheriff's Office.
A flight had to be diverted to Grand Junction yesterday after an allegedly drunk passenger became unruly. The Breeze Airways flight took off from Norfolk, Virginia and was heading to Los Angeles. During the flight, the passenger allegedly started to yell racial slurs at airline staff while waving a skateboard. With the help from other passengers, staff on the plane restrained the man twice, but he broke free both times. The passenger was arrested after the plane eventually landed in Colorado. While police say he didn't attack anyone, the airline said a flight attendant and a passenger were evaluated for minor injuries.
A small sheriff's office in southern Colorado is under investigation by the Colorado Attorney General. The district attorney, who covers Castilla, told us that she has had to drop 15 to 20 cases because she cannot trust the sheriff's office handling of evidence. She said that they have lost evidence, provided incomplete body camera footage, and turned in late incident reports.
We've had to tell victims that, I'm sorry, we cannot prosecute your case because we're not getting the information we need from the sheriff's office.
At a county commissioners meeting last month, the undersheriff said that the sheriff's office just can't pay to get good people.
I hate to say it this way, but you get what you pay for. And when we're not able to pay some of these deputies to stay here, but good deputies, we get what we get.
The county commissioners immediately approved funding for a body camera system upgrade, funding for evidence labeling, and approved overtime for deputies to finish their reports.
New this morning, most Colorado drivers say they know the rules for stopping when a school bus has its red lights flashing, but a new AAA survey shows too many still break them. 11% admit they sometimes drive around the bus anyway. Nearly 1 in 5 say they've sped or used a phone in an active school zone. AAA says those risky moves are even more dangerous now that kids are back in class. Drivers must stop at least 20 feet behind a stopped bus, even in the oncoming lane, unless there is a physical barrier. Drivers who break the law could face between 10 to 90 days in jail and could face a fine of up to $300.
Well, this week's brutally hot temperatures are having an impact on back to school in northern Colorado, and it's reason enough for the Poudre School District to dismiss some students early on the first day back. 9 reporter Shalima Maharaj is live in studio with us this morning. Shalima, how many schools are we talking about here?
Well, good morning. 40 schools in the district are set to release students 2 hours early today and tomorrow. Now, PSD says the heat is making it unsafe to hold a full day of classes. Now, the board says they consider a number of things before they go forward with early dismissals or even full day closures. For instance, a forecast high of 90 degrees for 3 consecutive days. Now, we are told 32 of its schools lack air conditioning, and at least 40 will have shorter schedules this week. Now, some parents are saying, why not start the school year later? Then we'd be able to avoid this issue altogether.
The first day of school just keeps creeping forward. This is an ongoing issue. This is not going to stop, and they're not suddenly going to have the money to retrofit all of these buildings in the district with air conditioning. It's just absurd. So that's really my point here. It's not about my kid. It's about all the kids.
All right, so for its part, the district says the state's required number of minutes and days for students to be in school actually influences the start of the year. PSD adds that shifting the calendar could have an impact on high schoolers who are dual enrolled and taking college courses. In studio, Shalima Maharaj, 9 News.
Shalima, thank you. The governor is making clear what cities will lose if they don't comply with Colorado's new housing laws, like lifting occupancy limits and dropping parking space requirements. Governor Jared Polis's new executive order says starting in October, local governments that ignore the law will lose out on millions of dollars in grants from 34 funding buckets, money for transportation, land use, and infrastructure. Some cities in the Front Range are suing over the new laws.
A man who tried to fake his own death to avoid facing serious charges is now convicted. In Utah, a jury has found Nicholas Rossi guilty of raping a former girlfriend back in 2008. Prosecutors say that Rossi fled the country and even faked an obituary in 2020, claiming that he died from cancer. But police, his former lawyer, and a foster family raised doubts, and Rossi was later found alive in Scotland. He was extradited to Utah earlier this year. Rossi faces sentencing on October 20th.
A prisoner who escaped custody during a transport at Seattle-Tacoma International Airport is back behind bars. Officials say 20-year-old John Nino was being flown from New Mexico to Seattle earlier this week for parole violations tied to a second-degree robbery conviction last year. He was shackled at the wrists and metal cuffs, but somehow managed to slip away. Surveillance video shows him running through the airport's garage without the restraints. It is still unclear how he got them off. The Department of Corrections says Nino was found and arrested yesterday afternoon.
Well, the weather story today is one thing, and really one thing only for us in the Denver area. It's the heat. It is going to be scorching. 99 for us here in Denver. Our average high for today, 88 degrees. We're going to be more than 10 degrees above that. Daily record's 100. We're going to be close to that as well. Just enough cloud cover that we won't get quite to 100 degrees. However, it's going to be on the hot side. No doubt about it. But when will it cool off? I'll have details of that and my full forecast. Erica.
Chris, thank you. 6:09, and as you get ready to travel on westbound I-70 in toward the Commerce City, North Washington area, we have a single vehicle incident here. It's an overturned vehicle crash on westbound I-70 and Central Park Boulevard. It's right here at the exit, so it's not impacting lanes on the actual interstate this morning. But of course, we see a heavy police presence out here. We'll work to make some calls as to what happened out this way. Possibly there was another driver involved that left the scene. We do not know these details. We will work to make some of those calls, and coming up in the next couple minutes here, we'll take a look at how this is impacting your drive.